If you want to have peace of mind before going for a trip, make sure that you have undergone a safety inspection of your vehicle. Today, we are going to share with you 10 things you need to check in your car before your road trip. 1. Fluids, oil and coolant. Check the fluid levels first, as it is one of the main concerns motorists need to be aware of and don't check often enough. If your coolant and oil levels are low, you might have a little leak somewhere. Make sure to also check the brake fluid. If this level is too low, your car is not safe to drive. 2. Lights. If your holiday involves driving at night or in misty conditions, you want to be sure that all of your car's lights are working correctly, especially if you are in an unfamiliar region of the country. This is a simple but important test. 3. Wipers. The test is simple. Are the wipers clearing the water from the windscreen, or are they leaving lines of water that impair your vision? Before setting out on your road trip, use the windscreen washers to spray your windscreen and then check if the wipers are doing their job. 4. Wheels and tires. Tires are perhaps the most important part of your vehicle. They are what connects your car to the road, and if you are driving for hours at a time, they need to be in tip-top shape. Firstly, we will look at the tread depth. Most tires have a tread depth indicator, and once the tire is worn to that point, it needs to be replaced as soon as possible. Check the surface of the tire for any notable damage, inflections, and look for bubbles. It is also important for drivers to check their tire pressure regularly, even if they are not on a road trip. If a tire is overinflated, it will wear in the middle of the tire, and if it is underinflated, it will wear on the sides and edges. 5. Brake pads. Another important component to consider is your brake pad wear. The brake pads are made up of a metal outer part and composite inner part. The composite inner part needs to be above 5 mm thick. Once the pad wears down below this, we will advise that the pad needs to be replaced. Make sure your handbrake is working correctly. Your handbrake should not click more than 4 times before it holds the car in place. 6. Leaks. Following the under-the-hood checks of the fluid levels, it is a good idea to check for any leaks from various components and hoses underneath your car. 7. Drive belts. While checking underneath your vehicle, examine the drive belt for any cracks. If your drive belt is damaged or worn out, you may have a total engine shutdown. You will not be able to charge the battery, and your vehicle will start overheating because the water pump is run by the belt. If you are planning to be on the road for a long time, and if you have covered many kilometers since your last service, now is a good time to check. 8. Spare wheel. A simple yet essential check that you can do yourself before tackling any long journey is checking to see if your spare tire, the jack, and the spanner are all present in your vehicle and if they are working properly. You also want to make sure that your spare wheel has a properly inflated tire on it. 9. Steering. Some tests can only be done under driving conditions. For the steering check, we will take the vehicle on the road and see whether the steering pulls in a certain direction, if the vehicle veers to the left or the right. This could indicate a wheel alignment problem. If this is present, we will raise the vehicle and check the wheels again or other components, such as the steering rack. 10. Brakes and clutch. While the brake pads are checked when the car is stationary, it is important to evaluate how the vehicle reacts to braking when driving, whether it pulls to either side under braking. It is totally unsafe to drive a vehicle that cannot be controlled under braking. And that's it for today. We hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to subscribe and check out more of our videos. Thanks for watching.